Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
In the person of Southpaw Brian Hudson, Alton Baseball owns one of Illinois high school baseball's more overpowering aces. But the Redbirds gambled today that they could hold Hudson's pitching in reserve for an expected regional championship showdown with Edwardsville and tried to sneak by Quincy High in the playoff opener today with Ben Cusack on the hill. Was that a sign of disrespect? Well, if it was, the Blue Devils would rip their respect right back. Top of the second in this one, Mason Melton breaks a scoreless tie with a double into the gap. Melton with a huge day today. That hit, and he got walked the rest of the day because Alton feared his bat. Later, same frame. It is the pitcher, Drake Green, aiding his own cause. The RBI single here makes it 2-0, and Drake Green would make that stand up on the hill for a long time. His location today was pinpoint, and it was fantastic, particularly low in the zone. Later, the Devils would extend out to 3-0 in this one. Ben Schroeder with the RBI rip, which gets a nice hop off the right fielder's ankle at that point to make it 3-0. And Drake Green would keep it that way into the bottom of the sixth, still just locating fantastically as Alton had just 3 hits to that point. Bottom of the seventh, Redbirds down to their final 3 outs, but QHS could not get a single one of them, and it started thusly with a home run right here by Aaron Bonville, which made it 3-1 at that point. It's a 3-2 game. The tying and winning runs aboard. The number 9 hitter is Jacob Scarabs, and Scrappy, as they called him, comes up big. You might have expected the bunt or the squeeze with no outs. Nope. Full swing, and the Blue Devils upset is ripped right away from them in the ugliest fashion possible. Great game today. Certainly the Blue Devils proved they are close to being a much, much better team, but unfortunately for them, the great story comes to an unfortunate end by the final count in this one of 4-3. Again, all of those runs scored in the bottom of the seventh. One other baseball note to pass along locally today. We do know who Illini West opponent will be Saturday morning at Monrose. It will be Tremont, who shut down Sherrard today. 4-0 is your final there. Illini West will face Tremont coming up on Saturday at 10 a.m. at Monmouth Roseville. Well, it's admittedly the Game of Thrones dork in me, but it was always fun to catch baseball highlights from Louisiana the last couple of years and call them from Colin of House Stark. After a late decision, it looks like we get 4 more years of watching the Bulldogs' talented backstop do his thing, as Mr. Stark signed today to play locally with Hannibal LaGrange.
Well, I had a lot of fun playing baseball in my senior year, and I just felt like baseball was a thing that I thought I could be more successful at in college, and Hannibal LaGrange looked like a good landing spot because both my sisters attended school there, and it sounds like they have a pretty good program going, and I like the things that they're doing up there. Well, I hope I can keep hitting for power like I did at the end of the year and keep throwing runners out if I do catch in college and continue my success I was having at the end of the year.
Thank you. Our congratulations to Colin of House Stark. Meanwhile, we've got some Prospect League scores and highlights to pass along tonight. I actually got away with calling these CICL highlights last night. You people need to slap me when I go old school and get forgetful like that. Tough start for the Hannibal Cavemen, who are 0-2 to start the season. They lose to Danville. 6-0 was your final there. The Quincy Gems in their opener tonight against the Kokomo Jackrabbits. Good to see at least decent weather to start things off on this night. The Gem defense was strong early in this one. Anthony Villa right here coming up with a quick diving pick right there to end the frame and to end the Kokomo threat. 5th inning, though, Jacksonville up 1-0. And then some throwing errors make things get uglier. The Gems found themselves in a quick 2-0 hole at this point. Same inning, the Gems would get on the board, courtesy of Chase Simmons with an RBI single right here to make it 2-1 at that point. Later, it's Jake Walters tying it up in the 6th inning. He's going to hit a hard shot right here to left field, drive home the pride of Quincy Notre Dame, Dominic Miles. But unfortunately, the Gems were done scoring. Kokomo was not. 4-2 your final to spoil the home opener for Quincy tonight. Track and field, it is qualifying day over in Charleston for the boys in small school track and field, and we had some good qualifiers. No one better today than Blake Murphin, the thrower from Illini West, who posted the top qualifying distances in both the shot and the disc today. His friendly rival, Manning Plater from Rushville Industry, not too far behind. Both of those gentlemen will compete on Saturday for state championships. Also, Jacob Scholl doing Jacob Scholl type things. Fastest qualifying time in the state in the 400. He was nipped in both the 100 and 200, however. He's also part of that Illini West Sprint Relay team that qualified in the 4x1 as well. Camp Point Central with a pair of long jumpers in the finals on Saturday, Shalico Thompson and El Hair Saldana. And congratulations as well to Pittsfield's Dustin Winchin, who makes the finals in the 110-meter hurdle. So lots of good track to look forward to on both sides of the river. Missouri starts tomorrow. Yeah. Big schools, Class 3, Class 4, Class 5. You may have a couple of state champions there. Tell you what, Matt Frankenbach in Palmyra in the shot put has been ridiculous of late. He might be the area's best shot, but we will keep you appraised of all of that starting tomorrow.
All right, fingers crossed for a big, big weekend there.
Indeed.
Still after the break, one of the